So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
It's Timber. That's a decent ball. And this is Messi. Vieira. Messi. Rooney. Schlotterbeck gets across to intercept that. Timber. Messi. And here's Rooney. Well seen. Saw that coming. Now it's Neymar. Right, Shevchenko. Pretty cagey early on from both sides.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rooney. Oh, well played, well played. De Paul. Rice. Right, Shevchenko. There's a sharp little ball here. Messi finds himself offside. And he was quick to react. And it's Lampard. Rummenigge going about things with real menace.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Now it's Neymar. Now it's Dani Olmo. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Bullet. Rooney. Great vision. And there's green grass ahead of him. Rice. And it's Messi. Now it's De Paul. Well timed, excellent interception. Lampard chasing after it. And it's made its way to him. Rummenigge. Rice.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. But he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that.
Rooney! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That is a brilliant interception. Monaco have the chance to go the other way. Neymar. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Messi. Oh, what a ball! Tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Norway have their second corner now. Ball in towards the middle. And that was very necessary. And now a sudden chance to counter. That is good strength. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Olmo. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Rooney. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And it's Messi. Oh, strongly challenged there. Messi has been caught there, it's a foul. And here's Dani Olmo. Rummenigge. Now it's Rooney. And he's intervened well there. Romero. This is a promising build-up. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And beyond the defence. Chance for a shot! And that was struck with genuine force.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Lampard. Benatia. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Lampard. Well read, nice interception.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Rummenigge. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. Rooney. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that is the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side yet off the mark.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And we are back on the way. 0-0. Rummenigge! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's Hullet. Rice. Now it's Neymar.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Lampard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lampard unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Neymar. And here's Shevchenko. Hullet. Now it's Rooney. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. And the shot! And it's in! Simplicity itself.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 17, le numéro 10, Messi. À leur place, le numéro 18, le numéro 42. Attention,
can he get onto this?
changement.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. The ball is fouled. And the two sides separated by the
Le
game's
nombre de
only breakthrough
spectateurs
moment
pour
to
ce
this
match,
point, and the score is 1-0.
29
Might want to be careful there.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, it's Dembele. Thuram. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
And he's got away from him. Now, this could be a chance.
Well, it's definitely...
The referee's awarded a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Changement pour l'AS Monaco. Le numéro 23.
Two coaches
Le
are
numéro
signalling
5.
changes here, both at the
À leur
same
place,
time.
Le numéro 16. Le numéro 8. Changement.
Nice touch. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Vermeer looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Schlotterbeck. This ended up in no man's land. Schlotterbeck is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Now it's Neymar. And they win it back again. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's under a lot of pressure there. And this is Neymar.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Schlotterbeck tries to clear.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Dembele. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And now the breakaway. Norway still ahead by the game's only goal. Company promptly onto that, and that is that. Five minutes left on the clock. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And here's Batistuta, and here's Neymar. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing
Il y aura
without
2 minutes de
penetration.
temps additionnel.
They're just stuck in a rut.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Neymar. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, a bit of a scrappy affair,
Mesdames et
not
messieurs,
quite
votre
a
attention,
smash
s'il
and
vous
grab,
plaît.
but the
Un
more it
jeune
went on, you
garçon
felt
vêtu
that
d'un
this
t-shirt
game would be
jaune
decided
attend
by
ses parents au
just that one
secrétariat
moment.
d'études.
Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming, or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Some really good ball movement. Now it's Hullet. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Çalhanoğlu! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been...
It's Van Basten! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So,
that's a foul in a dangerous area. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Great chance here from position A1.
yeah, an early test for the keeper, and this is the last person.
That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And it's Ibrahimovic. It's a searching pass. Oh, it's Van Basten. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that is expertly dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Locatelli, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Takes a shot! On the ball, and it's cut back out to him. And that's a sharp finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Van Basten. And the finish! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, great chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Hullet providing an outlet on that flank. And it's Pirlo. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Lovely, now then. Pirlo. This is a promising build-up, and reclaimed it in a trice.
Roma definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Locatelli did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Nicely shaped ball. Bullet. Seedorf. Pirlo can so cleverly bypass the press. Looking to play him in. Cannavaro. Oh, super ball! Pirlo. That is ended up in no man's land. Akanji. Now Costa Curta. And it's Hullet. That's a shade optimistic. Hullet. Pirlo. It's Seedorf. Foot in. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, this is a very good one. Kilicsoy! Ah, he's good this time, surely! Big moment! Massive goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Çalhanoğlu. And it's Serginho. And the whistle goes for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And we are up to the break.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, when the ref tells you you're going to get booked next time, you should listen.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Çalhanoğlu. Hullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Akanji. Hullet. Good driving run. Oh, it's Van Basten. Locatelli. Now it's Hullet. And it's Serginho. And here's Hullet. That is good strength. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Locatelli. Knocks it out wide. Lovely bit of skill. Look at the space here. Picked out. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
And he's managed to get rid. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for... He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Pullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Pullet. It's Pirlo. Seedorf. And it's Pirlo. Out towards the flank. That has not gone well. And that's a dangerous ball. And that interception was... Oh, he's having a go! Nearly, but not quite.
I'm a little surprised that he actually couldn't make that count. He's so good from that range. Often, he'll find the net.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Van Basten. Seedorf. And he's being shifted off it. Now he's got space here. Chips it through. Cannavaro. And it's Pirlo. Now Fiore. Seedorf. And this is Ibrahimovic. Locatelli. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Aimed beyond the defence. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Thuram. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Pullet. Akanji getting this one clear. And it's Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Pullet. Shot could be on. It's Ibrahimovic! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Costa Curta. And it's Serginho. And it's been played through. Well positioned. And he shoots! Pirlo. And it's Seedorf. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Zanetti. No. So that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and... Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence.
Signore e signori,
The objectives
benvenuti
are
a San
clear.
Siro.
To miss
Oggi
out on
si
them
incontrano
would be unthinkable. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're very much on the way now.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does.
Takes a shot! And the pass is intercepted. Kaká. Fiore. And it's Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Totti. Kaká. And it's made its way to him. Shot could be on. Fiore. Now Pirlo. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found some space. Good read, needed to be. Pirlo. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Kaká. Roberto Baggio. And he's found a way. It's Baggio! And it's a goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Diamante are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a promising position. Shot, surely! Pirlo, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Clipped into space. Milan are one down despite having the better chances here. Zambrotta. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, it's Van Basten. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And it's Seedorf.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Baggio threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kaká! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. And he's there to clear it. And this is Roberto Baggio. He might be in. It's Baggio! Straight at the keeper.
Roberto Baggio really isn't likely to reflect kindly on that. He doesn't need to be told. He knows.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Knocks it into space. Now it's Keane. Big chance! And no mistake. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Oh, it's Seedorf. Oh, well played. Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Oh, it's Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And that's been intercepted. Goes for a shot! And a goal! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Milan cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Seedorf. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. And this is Roberto Baggio. And here's Totti. Van Basten. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Van Basten. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. So into the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And they're back on the ball again. Pirlo is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked it up out wide. Milan different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Davids. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's been cut out, well played. Van Basten is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Towering header! Oh, it's gone in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And this is Van Basten.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di 80.953
Looking for the run.
spettatori.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side. Kaká! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Kaká clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero
It's their
9.
second corner of the
Numero
game.
12. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10.
Keeper's dealt with
Il
that.
numero 4.
Gears up.
Attenzione alla
He is
sostituzione.
always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Looking to play him in. Now it's Donadoni. He's shifting through the gears here. Now, can they get him away? Well, what about it? Milan are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Gullit. Pirlo. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Kaká. Cannavaro did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Baggio.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Donadoni. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a shade optimistic. Donadoni. And it's Gullit. Baresi spots it and intercepts. He's looking wide. Rafael Leao. He's found the way through. Rafael Leao! Davids. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Brilliantly cut out.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's picked his way through, driving through the middle. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Kiers. He's had a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Milan found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this.
That's that, the end. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Milan really does.